Hello folks, it's Startup Different here on the floor of Collision and yet another interview. Very, very exciting with my new friend Javad. Javad, how are you today?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I'm super duper. Having a great time feeling the energy in the room. I'm pumped up. Now, your company, Kon Aerosystems. That is a really cool looking tagline. I'm just going to read this and then I want you to go down. We aim to significantly minimize the use of engines and jet fuel during takeoff by towing the aircraft electromagnetically. I like where this is going. Tell me about this thing.
Yeah, of course. So one of the main things about airplanes is that they're very, very inefficient on the ground. Just like cars, when they're standing and they're about to move, that's the most fuel-intensive part. Same with airplanes. When they're just about to take off, that's the most fuel-intensive part of their flight. So with the same procedure that you go to the airports to see the planes being towed from parking all the way to the runway, we just want to bring that to the takeoff. So we're implementing these electromagnetic motors on the side of the runway. We connect to the wheels of the aircraft and we tow them during takeoff.
It's in the runway.
It's embedded on the sides of the runway. Yeah.
Wow, this is so. Is this gonna screw up my smartphone?
Absolutely not. No. Don't worry about that. Everything's gonna feel the same except it's way less loud because the engines are idling. They're on the lowest power setting.
This is so cool. What is the scale of the gain? Like how much money do you save? What about pollution? There's a lot of benefits here.
Of course. So just to give you an example, if Air Canada adopts our system just out of Toronto Pearson, they're gonna save $25 million a year.
Air Canada, I don't know if you're listening, but Kon Aerosystems has a good deal for you. So cool. Tell me more. Everything.
Yeah. The reason for that is it sounds one of the main things that we get a lot when we talk about this is that doesn't takeoff last only 45 seconds? How is it possible? How are you saving so much fuel? Actually, takeoff on average burns between 6 to 8% of the total fuel that's stored on the aircraft.
No way.
So that 45 seconds, imagine you're on a 8 or 10 hour flight, that 45 seconds on average 6 to 8% of the total fuel. So if you save that fuel that's burned during that takeoff procedure, you're basically saving a lot of money and CO2 emissions.
This is so cool. Are you a pilot or electro engineer? What is your background?
I'm an aerospace engineer.
See, you can tell I have obviously no idea what I'm talking about.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. This is fantastic. Best of luck with this.
Thanks.
Can you give me, we are asking everybody this today, can you give me one startup myth or something that would be helpful for any other founder here today?
Yeah, I think founders are a little bit scared to innovate on the bigger picture, to disrupt, this spirit of being a founder, this spirit of startups originally has always been, we see something new that no one else sees and we want to tap into that. But right now everything is so integrated, everything is so saturated that people are going so many levels of abstraction, defining that small niche to work on.
Sure.
Let's pull back.
Yeah.
Let's look at the big picture, let's disrupt. That's the original spirit of the industry. Let's keep on doing that.
Rock on. Let's disrupt. Let's make planes a lot more efficient. 10%, almost 10% of the fuel. I cannot believe it. Anyway, thank you so much, Javad. This is great. Thank you. And that's yet another interview here on the floor of Collision for Startup Different.